So fucking long. It's crazy.
Exactly.
I ordered my food just came a little while ago. I ordered that shit at like 3:15.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
I came here. I'm like, you didn't order no food. He's like, nah, I just got here.
Yeah, it just like I literally ordered that earlier to where like that was supposed to be more like my lunch. I went to the store. I went to 7-Eleven, got coffee, came back, set this whole thing up, and it still wasn't even. I'm like, yo, this is crazy over here.
How convenient is that? Wow. How convenient is fucking that?
Some silence. I mean, we could just go get our own shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, word. Yeah, we still use Uber as expensive as it is.
Yeah, and we still use it anyway because we're lazy sometimes.
Fucking conditioned.
As hell, especially at night.
Oh, what? We're like, oh, you stick your toe out the door. You're like, nah, it's a no for me.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to that shit comes in clutch sometimes at like 3 a.m.
Hell yeah.
3 in the morning.
I can't find anything at 3 in the morning.
Nah.
That's what I said. What you order at 3 in the morning?
Diner or McDonald's? I'm just being honest with you.
Diners.
There be
That
every
makes
once
sense.
every once in a while you catch yourself at 3 a.m. You get that shit.
I just feel sorry for the driver. Like, this
No, they
fucking
chose to work.
guy.
They
I know
chose to
somebody
work.
that'll Uber some gummy bears to the house.
I would beat him silly. I would deliver it and
Yo,
then beat
that's my wife, yo. Relax.
Damn, you ordered just gummy bears?
She's like, oh no.
Oh, okay, pass it the mic. Pass it the mic. Remember. Fuck it, we starting now. We keeping this in.
That's the 1 a.m. run. Gummy bears.
That was
Just
you?
gummy bears?
Then I retract my
Gummy
statement.
bears,
Paper
other
close.
and whatever.
So where do you order that from though?
7-Eleven, whatever's open. 7-Eleven,
7-Eleven
Wawa.
allows like gummy bear.
And they do Uber
They charge
Eats,
you for short orders, for like small orders. They charge you an extra fee for that.
but sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know how it is, man. You got a girl.
Nah, not no 3 a.m.
Yo, fam, if I was fuck it.
I wish I knew that sooner.
During
Yo.
quarantine? Oh my god.
Oh, quarantine especially. I think I was out. I was driving during quarantine. I did the reverse. Like when quarantine, I would drive out to get it, and then when it was like slowing down, I would Uber more stuff for food, which is crazy.
During quarantine, did you wipe down everything when you got home? Because we would get home and spray and wipe down every single thing. We did that for weeks.
Yeah, until we ran
I
out
did
of,
it. Everything I touched, like the doorknobs and whatnot. But other than that, that was it.
Like we would be there with groceries, unbagging it. Somebody would
wow.
unbag it, like pass it down, and one would be wiping it with the alcohol wipes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's official. Nah, I ain't do any of that shit. Nah, I did a little bit, but I was like, not to that
It
extreme.
smelled like a murder scene once a week when I came to the studio.
Yeah, nah, but I do the deep cleans, like you said, once a week. But then to clean it off every single item all the time like that, nah, I would have drove myself crazy.
Yeah, we ran out of wipes, so we stopped doing it.
You're like, yeah, that's enough.
We had an assembly line, so it was us and the 3 kids.
I figure you
So,
put
yeah,
on the work.
That's fine.
we ran out, but she found a way to like make your own baby wipes, right? With the paper towel and the leftover. You know how the can
Has the
has
juices.
leftover? Yeah.
We all died. That's impressive.
I'm
That
like,
is-
there's still some juice in this, man.
That is impressive, y'all. I do like to turn y'all up a little bit. But yeah, we keeping all that. We keeping all that shit. We hear
That
people.
was just like a little quarantine tip.
Yeah, it's a quarantine tip. But we hear people, therapy without a degree, chapter 175, I think. I'm not sure. We never fucking know. Let's just fact check it. Should we fact check it? What do you think it is, Zain?
I think it's 176.
You think it's 176?
Yeah.
What do y'all think?
I agree.
You think 176? Damn, let's see. Dum, 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 dum.
Quite the conundrum.
No, 175.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I'm going to say it next week.
Yeah. Nah, because the last one was passive aggressive dreams.
Oh, yeah.
But we hear people, you already know, Joe Fucarino's in the house, in the studio. To my right, not my left today, I got Mr. Zain.
Oh, how's it going, man? It's weird being over here.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Being on this side. You're Nat's clone for
I'm Nat today.
Yes. You and your fire ass jacket.
Yeah, it's
yo.
my lovely trench coat that my lady got for me. So now she doesn't understand I'm be wearing this to sleep. I'm wearing this as my robe.
Yeah, that shit is fire.
Fashion over, everybody. Fashion over.
Yo,
Give me the bag.
I'm about to get me the same one, yo. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, they got everything. They got everything on there.
Zain getting sponsored.
Right? I just get a bag. Like, yo, you really got a bag from Fashion Nova?
Don't get me started with Fashion Nova. I have a story for Fashion Nova later.
I gotta hear it.
And then to my left, what's up?
What's up,
What's
brother?
up, people?
Hey.
Y'all want to introduce yourself to the people?
Yes, I am Anna. And this is.
Fernando. We are a happily married couple.
Hey!
Out
Sorry, like I said, you can't hear the wildness.
I'll hear it later.
You'll hear it later. But what's up, yo? Thank God for coming through.
Thanks for having us.
Y'all were a surprise guest to me because I guess I didn't read
You didn't
the
read
schedule.
you didn't read the
I was like, I saw you, but I didn't know who you were at first. I'm like, there's a random lady at the door.
And then he put
And
two
I
and two
looked, I'm
together.
like, wait a minute. Whoa. Surprise, surprise.
Somebody did this.
Yep.
No, we appreciate the invitation. We appreciate being here, man. You guys are
Of
like the
course.
best for real.
Thank you, man. No problem.
Air fist.
Yeah, it's funny because this guy literally gets the email.
I do. I like to surprise myself.
Well,
Unintentionally.
we do that with the topics. Like we never know the topics, so fuck it. I guess you might as well do it with the guests too. Like you
That's the
never
best
know.
way.
I was
Just let it flow.
Like, is there a script? Like,
This is like the
something-
Eric
No.
Andre show. I don't know if you ever seen the clips of that.
No.
Eric, you do yourself a favor. It's an Adult Swim show, and he's an interviewer. He does random shit.
Is he the blue cartoon?
No, it's
Oh.
live action. Like
Oh,
he'll
okay.
have his table here, and he'll just jump on top of the table and crash. Random people will be shooting like slime on the stage, and he'll be interviewing like top level people
While
on
this
his
craziness
show.
is going
And
on.
While the craziness is going on.
Story of my life.
So he only takes snippets of their reactions. That's the whole show. So he'll do a real interview, but he'll take like the snippets of them bugging out, and that's the actual show.
Yeah, that sounds like a mixture of like Nickelodeon back in the day,
Yeah.
and like Tom Green put together. Yeah.
Yep. Put that together. That's the Eric Andre.
Hold on,
show.
serious question for y'all. Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network?
Nickelodeon.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't know. That's tough. That's tough.
Say Cartoon Network.
No, really.
Come on,
without bias, really think about
What
it.
would you do? Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I'm big on Looney Tunes, and they put Looney Tunes on Cartoon Network at some point. I think they were playing them on there. Yeah, they were. So, I don't know, but there's some good Nickelodeon cartoons.
Rugrats.
Yeah.
I never liked Rugrats. I was big on Ren and Stimpy. That was my thing.
This is our whole relationship.
Yeah.
I love Rugrats and Hey Arnold,
Hey Arnold.
I liked Hey Arnold.
and Doug.
I hated Rugrats.
Rocket Power.
Oh, Doug was my thing. No, I never heard of Rocket Power. I don't remember it. Maybe if I
No,
see it.
no one
but-
watched it.
No one really watched it. Like I only watched
That
it
shit was
because I didn't
fire.
know anything
What
about
was it? Was it
California.
Rocket Power. I thought it was so cool.
What
Y'all
was
gotta-
that?
y'all gotta
They
watch
were
Rocket
in
Power.
California and they were just skateboarders. They did surfing.
It sounds familiar.
And they would record themselves. They were like the first vloggers, essentially.
Yeah, they were.
They would record themselves, and then I don't know where they would post it. I guess they would submit it to like competitions and whatnot. It was a dope show, but it was a cartoon show.
I was just gonna ask you, it was a cartoon or
Yeah.
real people?
It
Yeah,
was.
it was cartoon.
Look, if you can see.
Rocket Power, that was my ish.
Oh yeah.
I feel like no one thought it was good. Maybe people were
Yeah, I just
judging
don't
it,
remember. The name don't sound familiar, but the cartoon
But
definitely
it was
does.
a really good show. I think people judged it for like the characters or something. But yo,
I thought it was.
I'm
Lit.
with you on that.
it
I'm with
was.
I used to have the
It was
toys.
Oh, I didn't have all that.
Yeah, I was a fanatic when it came to toys.
Yeah, no, I had a lot too. But
That's
I
when it's like,
never had that.
brother.
I had a big. I don't know if y'all had this when y'all was little. A big football shaped toy chest.
A big foot. I didn't even have a toy chest. I had
I
like
did.
crates.
No, I had a big football shaped toy chest with all the toys in there. And then every once in a while, you just dump it all and like find the He-Man that you used to play with.
Everybody had a
last year.
He-Man but me. I feel left out. Like everybody had a He-Man.
What's a He-Man?
He-Man is a show, and they have like toys on it.
It's like an action figure. Like it was a cartoon back in the day.
Really?
But I have an older brother, so he was up on like Transformers and those kind of things.
That's my shit. Transformers,
This guy?
Beast Wars, yeah. So He-Man was like the ish. If you had a He-Man toy, ain't
Really?
nobody telling you nothing.
You know,
I never
back in the
saw
day, you
this.
always had like a He-Man and
Power
like,
Rangers.
The He-Man chest used to flip like this. Like it would be like a regular chest that you flip it and it'll be like damaged. Like,
I used to
like
love-
he got
I
in
used
a
to-
fight.
I used to-
Yeah.
Y'all, your toys are intricate. I think toys back in the day were intricate. I used to have the Power Ranger toy with the head flip.
Yes, I had that too.
Yeah.
See, that was when I was like,
You
yeah.
guys get the best. I just had Barbies.
They talked about
Yeah,
that.
y'all didn't do too well with those toys.
They talked about that on Netflix on that toys we used to have.
Toys that made us.
And I was like jumping for joy when they
There's
talked
a-
about
there's a show about this?
The
That flip?
flipping Power Ranger. Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh damn! See, I'm sleeping.
I'm about to order that again on Amazon because they have it.
What?
The He-Man toy?
No, the toy that
Oh.
flipped, the Power Ranger that flipped the head. I used to have one and I lost it. It's time to get it back.
Man.
It was fire.
Yeah.
Yo, kids these days, it's crazy, yo, because they're not really into that. Are y'all kids into like a lot of toys and stuff?
The youngest one is, but the older ones are more into electronics.
And
So-
and Legos. Like,
I have
yeah,
a whole
like-
they
Lego
build
kit.
with Legos a lot more than probably play with toy like action figures and stuff.
That's where the creativity came
And
from.
like
yeah.
Thanos gloves.
Oh yeah, so they be beating each other
that's
up
dope.
with the gloves.
Yeah, and Noah he like gets cardboard and just makes his own
Yeah.
toys and stuff. Yeah.
I used to do that.
We take their electronics away at a certain time to make them, like, force them to use their brains, interact with each other, and do all that stuff, so
That's-
they don't lose that creativity.
No, that's important because
That's good.
I used to play with my toys, but I used to make toys to beat up my toys.
Gotta
I
have
was the
different-
only child, so I had.
I used to use my hands. I used to really like.
Oh,
just
you used
like,
to be the hand character.
Yeah.
Like you have to beat my fist, action figure. Boom.
And I just eat the other hand. Like,
You know what's funny? It is sometimes different because when it's a girl, because like for Jaylene, she never was really into action figures or anything like that. 'Cause she was like very like girly, so she would love just dolls, like all different dolls, like the dolls that would like look like her, and then it was like they made dolls where you could find a doll that almost looks like you. All those different types of, so it's just mad dolls and then just artsy stuff.
yeah.
It was just never like, it was never no action figures. I was like, damn, you don't want that cool stuff? But now all dolls and stuff.
Our youngest girl's into act. She likes all the toys her brother has, and then the oldest was the one that I lost my train of thought.
That shit just dropped.
No, you said your youngest ones, they like the action figures.
She
The
likes
oldest-
she likes action figures, so she plays with her brother's toys. Like if we
Okay.
buy him something, she expects something boyish, like one of those toys.
Yeah. And she also has a little elephant, and she calls it Love Bow.
Oh shit.
Because she said they call him Dumbo, they make fun of him, so his name is Love Bow. I just wanted to put that out there.
That's pretty deep.
That's fine.
deep that she's like, nah, we're not gonna call you dumb no more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's like, that's not nice. Why do they call him dumb?
That's a
Yeah.
good question. Why do they call him dumb?
She don't like that. She like loves all animals and stuff.
That's dope. Shout out to them too. Shout out to them for acting.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Word.
Yo, it was so funny because they had that look that day like, wow, this is really happening. Like,
He's like, oh wow, I wasn't prepared for this. I was talking a lot, but so the camera started rolling. Oh man, act
it
natural.
was just so funny because, you know, the kids always say that. Like, kids always joke like, oh yeah, I want to be, you know, an actor. I want to put in something. And then it's like, you always say like, yeah. And that's how I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, for real, let's do this. And they're like, wait, what?
You know, I thought it was a game. I thought it was joking.
Yo, you ever look at these child actors, how well they do, and be like, yo, how do you get your child to be so serious to do this? Like, are you dealing with everyday life with your children?
Yeah.
And you're like, how do you, like, where does that come from? Like,
I think the kid has to actually want to do it.
I
then-
think
that
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
that kind of passion at that age.
Yeah, because I had a passion for like inventing random things and then showing people. I was like that if I was a Pixar character, that would be me, just inventing stuff. I'm like, oh, look what I did and whatnot. And then they're like, oh, that's cool and whatnot. And I'm just like, man, I felt like Dexter, but no one cared that I was making inventions.
Yo, you
Making
sound
fire
like
stuff.
was that Cloudy without a chance of meatballs.
Yeah, that was me.
I was thinking of Meet
How you
the
say it?
Robinsons.
Meet the Robinsons. Oh yeah, that's right.
It's just a mixture of all of it.
A
They
mixture
copied
of-
off of you. That's what happened.
exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. I've been trying to tell them for years.
You should have made the movie first, man.
I should have. I'm gonna make it. It'll be instead of meatballs, it's gonna be cotton balls.
I don't want nothing to do with this one.
You're gonna be the cop character.
Eye on you.
I got my eye on you.
I think some kids could be really good at that stuff though, because like you said, like especially if they really think they're into, like especially now with them, like if you were to tell them, "Yo, so we're gonna do it again,"
Yeah.
you know, like, and I think as they get more serious with it and they know it's like a real thing, because you know it's kind of crazy, but it's like that is like if they had the dream for it, if they want to do it, they have no limitations because they're just like, wow, this is a thing.
I was thinking something like that, where it's like the more that they do it, the more they'll get into it. Because right now it's just I'm just a kid. This is my parent. This is what I do day to day. Go to school, whatever it is. But when you let them loose in that kind of environment, it's like I can be anything or anyone, and just let my imagination run wild. And that's what kids love to do, I think.
Especially once they see it, like once they see it all put together.
Yeah.
You know, it's even adults could have it just too. Just no cell phone for a day, one day.
Yeah.
Nothing. Your brain, and then don't even try to go on the computer either.
You don't know what to do with yourself.
You don't know what to do with yourself. You're like, what? And you know what? Maybe I wanted to paint, and you just start discovering things that you were doing and whatnot. Maybe I'll read a book or whatnot. It's a completely game changer.
No, we actually been doing things like that lately, especially like sometimes we fall off. And like recently, like she hit me up like, yo, maybe we should stay up instead of watch TV. We should work on certain things that we got going on. And if you're going to be tired, she told me that if you're going to be tired tomorrow, be tired because you're working on that, whatever it is we got going on, as opposed to like watching Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
Right.
Yeah.
So we definitely do that too. We unplug, get out of the matrix for a while. You get
It'd
a
be
lot
tough
more
sometimes.
productive, yeah.
Absolutely. You have to.
Word. Also, guys, for the mic, remember just a little more close. Like literally, gotta be this
I'm
close.
sorry.
No, that's okay. Just a heads up. Just because not people never really realize they be forgetting.
Roger.
They see how much that sounded. That sounded official. But so we did have a topic. If y'all don't mind, doing a topic. What
Nah,
else?
we ain't come here for topics.
no.
Like, we actually came here for the sushi and
That's it.
No topics, bro.
Yeah. 'Cause like I said, it could be a random topic. But the one I got, I mean, this guy probably got something too, so I don't know how long we'll stay on this. But I want to kind of talk about, like,
I'm
don't.
scared.
I feel it coming right now.
He keep laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
He's like, damn, what's going on here?
What's going?
No, because I'm trying to figure out how to say this. So, like, dudes that just are cheating out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who just ain't shit, but they're good parents.
So cheaters who are good parents.
Like, you ever heard? Are you an Eminem fan or no?
Say again?
You an Eminem fan?
Yeah. Mostly early Eminem, but yeah.
Ah, so
I thought you said, are you having an affair?
Imagine, I was
That
like,
Damn,
mic,
Joe.
That mic was
Damn.
about to.
That's how you gonna do me?
nah, I was gonna say,
It was gonna be a surprise coming out the back.
like
Yo,
Jerry
that's
Springer,
That's
Actually,
messed
the
up.
Maury show.
Maury without a degree,
Maury.
Oh snap!
Maury without the network.
Oh my God.
Nah,
So go ahead, tie in the whole Eminem question with
nah, because you're not gonna, you don't know the song. But
Kim.
Nah, no. Imagine. Nah, it's a song called "Bad Husbands."
I heard
Bad
it.
Husband.
That's a great song.
You heard it though,
Yeah,
right?
I heard
Okay,
it, yeah.
because it's new. That's why I was like, I don't know. If
It's
he
one of
knows.
his new songs that are like, okay, this is like old Eminem now.
Yeah, it was on Revival. It was the
Yeah.
album everyone should have done, but
It was.
so that's why I'm like, not many people would know it, but the second half of that album was really good. But anyway, it was called "Bad Husband," and it was so basically I'm talking about that, at least so you'll understand it. What I'm kind of getting into is like, this dude out here, cheating or whatever, but they're a good parent. And then it's like kind of what's y'all take on it? Like if you could talk to someone maybe that is doing that, what would you tell them? What advice? Because sometimes, they do it for many reasons, which I think we could all get into. But it's also like how, it's almost like they're contradicting themselves because You know, they're trying to be like this really good parent and be a role model to their kids all the time, but then they're doing that, and it's just like it's a big contradiction if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it is. I think that they would have to be a good co-parent at that point, because if you're in a marriage, you're betraying the other person by cheating on them. Just because you're a good dad doesn't mean that it's okay. And I'm sure the person that's being cheated on would feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's your take?
That's tough. From a woman's perspective, I guess, because you want your kids to grow up like well-rounded, and you know, you have both parents and you have both sides, and it changes the dynamic when it is a co-parenting situation, because you don't have both elements in the home. But that's tough, because from a woman's standpoint, like where I was taught, where it's like, you know, you have to stick it out through whatever, like that's traditionally, that's what we're taught. But at the same time, it's like, should I just stay here and be a doormat? Like, he's good to the kids, but then he's not a good husband.
Exactly.
So that's hard. That's a hard decision to make.
As far as like sticking it out, I feel like there's a difference between like, if you go through something in your marriage, right? Like somebody cheats in the marriage or whatever, that's between those two people.
Yeah.
Whether they work it out or not. And if you work it out, it doesn't mean you're dumb or nothing like that. But if the other person's just a cheater, like, yeah, that's what I do.
That's a wrap then.
Yeah, like that's different. That's like not something that you could work out. It's like, you okay with that, or does that make you feel less than? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's actually some scenarios I've spoken to like older women, and I think they reach a point where they're like, you know, just let him be a man or whatever. Eventually, he'll grow out of it, or it's just
Go ahead.
or. Oh,
Imagine if all women thought like that.
That'd be a completely different world, don't you think?
Yes.
Divorce wouldn't even exist, and the only time it would exist is if they were
mess.
beaten on their significant other, on their wives and whatnot. But other than that, if cheating was off the map, that's like 75%.
Well, beating your significant other used to be like acceptable. It was
That
called
it
the
used-
rule of thumb.
What?
That's where that
fucking
that
crazy.
came from. The rule of thumb was
is, oh my god,
you can't beat your wife with anything, I think, thicker or bigger than the size of your thumb.
I'm fucking done. Remember that term that we said we're done with?
Yeah, that's
I think
rule.
rule
That's
of
a-
thumb is done for me.
That's illegal now? The whole rule of thumb?
I didn't know that was a thing. I never knew until now.
Yeah, you can't. Nope.
I thought rule of thumb was like a math problem.
It is, technically.
Oh shit! I find out something new every week.
I think most things we know, like most sayings and everything we know,
Yeah.
come from old stuff. But how do you feel about it?
I mean, there's so many different sides, man. Like, I think, obviously, you know, it's a contradiction, right? Most people stay, I think, for the kids because I think most people know that they're not shit when they're doing it. Like, they know that they're, you know, being a bad husband. You know, obviously, I think there's a good percentage of the ones who just don't care. And I'm not even really talking to them, because if you're that ignorant and you're just out here just cheating and stuff and you don't really give a shit, I don't even see that you can be a good, you know, good father. You know what I'm saying? If you're just that ignorant to cheating on you know, your lady, whatever. I think it comes down to you're just not happy in the situation. You know, you're not happy with your wife or your girl or whoever, you know, the baby mother, and you're just comfortable. So you're just going out and you're doing other things, and you don't want to leave because you don't want to be around without the kids. I think this is what it comes down to a lot. What about you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's not. You can't be. It's a contradiction to be a good parent and then cheating, because especially if your kid finds out, you become a villain. Because I had, you know, there was a case where one of my cousins found out that he had another sibling out there, like another, and then one that was already a strike already. But the fact that he found out that both of them that found out their parents had his dad had cheated, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? That makes you a villain. So when your kids find out, you're not. It doesn't matter what you did for what was good. You're gonna be seen like a villain, and that's it. Whether the mom does it or the dad does it, your kids are gonna look at you different.
Yeah, if they find out.
If they find out.
And it's like, even if they don't, it's like, how could you have to, I think it's just something to think about. You have to think about that. It's like, how are you, you're doing everything else and you're being this good parent, but you're just really just not setting that example. Because it's like, you may think you're doing everything right and they don't see it, but you're lacking in some areas because you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not right. Like, but I just think that most people just do it because they think, oh, there's so much fear. I think that, if you break up with your baby mother or baby dad or whatever, I think if you break up with them, there's always so much fear that you're not going to be in the child's life as much as you were.
Right.
And I think that's where we need to change the narrative, and because it is kind of crazy. I mean, the next kind of question is, like, what do y'all think? Like, when people do separate, do you think custody should be, like, what's your thoughts on how custody should be? Like, typically it's, one person gets the kids 5 days a week and the other ones it's weekends, and sometimes it's every other weekend. As a man who loves his kids, you would be like, that's trash.
Right.
2 days a week when I see them every single night all day, that's just a feeling. You know what I mean? It's like, it's trash. Like,
it depends on where they're living too, because it's usually like, all right, if you get a divorce, what happens to the house and who stays?
Are you saying where you're living, like, law-wise and stuff, or
yeah, exactly.
Well, who could afford it? Yeah, of course.
Like, say for example, you get divorced and your kids live in the house and whatnot. What's gonna happen to you and what's gonna happen to the house? Someone's staying in the house, and it's usually not the husband.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect point to make you, like, soul search. Like, wait a minute. Like, what am I doing? I'm going to lose my kid, my house, my wife. Like, I need to get it together.
But what if you just really just don't love the wife no more? But then you're in fear of not being able to see your kids like that no more.
I think it depends, because if the woman sees it like, all right, he's a trash husband, like, he cheats on me all the time, but I see that he's a great dad. It depends the kind of woman you're dealing with, because it could be a female that's like, I know where to get him, or it could be like, he's a great dad, I'm not gonna deny him that.
But you know what? Those attitudes, they depend on where that woman is in her life at the time. Because that same woman that could be like, yo, he's a good dad and everything, for the first 5 years could be the complete devil.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're right.
Until they realize, like, all right, it's not that serious or whatever. I was going to say that on the topic before, that if somebody's just running around cheating, I think they lack a certain peace in themselves anyway. And to go back to this, in the perfect world, they should be able to just come to an agreement that doesn't have to be, 2 days here, 3 days here. It could just be like, all right, what you want to do? You want to pick her up? What days are you off? This and that. Oh, I have an engagement this day. You can't see her this day because you have an engagement. I'm not gonna be around, but just work it out between the two people. But that's in the perfect world.
That's a perfect world, because what happens is that pride, and they're like, no, they're gonna stay with me, and blah, and then you just like, you can't. It's like, now no one's gonna be cordial, or that one person trying to be cordial. So they say, you know what, I'm not gonna even try to lose that person. So I'll settle for the two, because I know how they are. Right. I don't want to lose because they're gonna be bugging out, and they're gonna say I did this to them, and then I might not get no custody.
Yeah, and that's what I think would happen so much often, more often than not. Because at the end of the day, in a perfect world, like, I think, two people could easily break up in a perfect world. Could easily break up, and there still not be much of a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on where you live in, like, you really still can maybe every day go to the house to go bring your kids to school. You don't have to be sleeping there every night. You don't have to live there. You could literally, like, let's say you want to take your kids to school. You roll up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may have to, leave 30 minutes earlier because you don't live there no more. But it's like, you could still bring them home from school every day. You can maybe still, every other day do dinner. One day dinner with dad. One day dinner with mom. It could be really worked out. Depending on the situation. But it's like,
both people have to be there maturity wise.
Of course.
If both people, and I'm sure there are people now that are like that actually have that kind of co-parenting situation.
Yeah.
It's ideal. And I think a lot of men do stay with women so that they don't lose everything and have to start over in life, and feel like everything is just gonna be a drag, and you ain't gonna have no money, and because a woman will leave you with nothing.
Yeah. Well, it goes.
She laughing.
It goes.
We
both
staying
ways,
together. I'm just letting you know. I don't care what happens.
Hey, that's power. No, but it goes both ways though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking typically what happens more often than not. And I think it's just it's a vicious cycle. Too, that we've been going through, I think, for years, because it's like our generation. I think a lot of us is, and a lot of people grew up with their fathers not in the situation. And, they were not in the situation for multiple different reasons. It could have been them. It could have been on the female. It could have been on multiple different things. You never know. So it's like, damn, okay, so now this generation is, what? I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be like my dad. I'm not going to be like my, you keep saying that. I'm not going to be the father that wasn't there. But then you end up cheating and end up in you're still in a toxic situation. It's just a different toxic situation. You know what I'm saying? There's really no mortgage growth.
I'm big on I'm not big on it. I've just gotten big on it, but on healing those parts of your past, of like forgiving yourself and the parent who wasn't there for whatever reason you may not know or may not have known as a kid, but just kind of letting it go basically, and letting yourself be able to be okay with what was. And I'm gonna have to fix this situation that I'm in now and make this work some way, somehow. But it starts with you letting go of certain things, because that's also what causes a lot of the beef in the couples who separate. And it's like, okay, well, I have some sort of vendetta against you, so I'm going to screw you over, take you to court, or I'm going to do this, or whatever the case may be. But I think that's how you end up in those situations. And I think that a lot of things that people go through, it stems from childhood traumas. So things you experienced, your parent not being there, or you had an abusive family situation, or whatever it is. But I think it's letting those things go that will help you be a more emotionally stable, more productive adult.
It's like starting with a clean slate in a way, because like you said, you basically said that we're just like a collective of events and things that happen to us in life, that what makes our personalities and our beliefs and everything what it is today. And some of that stuff might be toxic. So if you let go, you can start with a clean slate, and you can actually stop. It's basically you're sleepwalking, because you're just a pattern, right? So if you start with a clean slate, you could wake up and you could actually be who you want to be in life, and behave the way you want to behave, as opposed to just listening to your thoughts all the time, because your thoughts shouldn't control you. You should control your thoughts. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, definitely, because you're right, because you keep thinking about those things, and it's stopping you from doing what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? But
especially when you have the past trauma, and it'll be like, oh, well, that person maybe did this, so you know what's next, and then that just changed your whole perspective on the person. But that might not be where that end result's gonna be, and you were just using past traumas to justify your current response.
Yeah,
like you're just carrying baggage that it's just the past. Like you should have been let it go. Like that story we said about carrying the lady. There was 2 monks. There was a puddle, and this one monk carried the lady over the puddle, and the other monk was like, "Yo, why did you do that?" And he just kept bugging him like, "Yo, she could have just walked." And he's like, "Yo, you still carrying her? Because I put her down a long time ago." So it's like you still thinking about that. That's over.
Yeah.
I'm learning too that just like I can change, other people can change, because we mostly see people from our point of view, like our perspective, just how we see the world, how you expect people to do things a certain way, or like, how do you not know how to do that? But that's because you already know how to do it. So it's kind of the same thing, where it's like people can change. Like if I can change how I think and certain animosities or frustrations I have with people, and I can let things go and forgive and move on, then other people can do that too. They have that same power to do that. So I can't keep judging this person based on this is who they were and that's how they operated and that's who they'll always be, and then because I'm just poisoning myself, where I'm just like, oh, well, this person's never going to change, so this is how I always have to approach this person. So that keeps me stuck too.
Exactly.
So I think letting go and moving on helps.
Yeah, I think judgment kills. I think by people being so judgmental, and stuff like that. It kills, and not remembering that people do grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
People do grow at different speeds. Different, like I would call it, different lanes and whatnot. But people do grow all the time, so you got to remember that. And also, none of us are perfect. So it's not even to say, oh, they're such a bad person. It's like everyone does things for a different reason, and then it's like it's kind of sucks when it's like you hear those situations, and you're like, damn. So like, what you're doing's bad, but you're staying for you think it's a good reason. You're staying because you love your kids.
But you're doing damage.
So it's a big contradiction.
You're digging yourself.
Yeah, it is.
So
yeah, it's a ticking time bomb.
And if you got kids, I don't know if I said this already, but if you got kids, you're teaching your son to behave this way to women, and you're teaching your daughter to accept that from men.
Exactly, and that's why it's a ticking time bomb, especially when they find out.
Yeah.
And they're like, daddy did it. Everything was fine. He raised me just fine.
Right.
And then they're going to think, all right, I could do the same thing.
But that's exactly what I'm saying, how those things stem from childhood. Now he's an adult and he's like, well, my dad did it. Yeah. Wow. Everything comes right back. So if you check yourself, it's almost like you forgive yourself, you heal yourself, whatever your process is to do that. And in doing so, you're already healing your kids and preventing that from happening or for them to repeat that.
Yeah.
But then there's always the question of why dig yourself? Just be like, hey, I'm not happy here. Like, let's figure something out because this isn't working.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
and to keep it real, like when your kids at a certain age, depending on what age they are when this happens, like, you eventually can explain it to them. And I think it also goes to what I just thought of too is that, there's so many different things that was like sold to us, over like with our generation and even the generation before, you had to get a house. That was like the perfect, quote unquote, like, thing, honeymoon thing. You have to have a wedding.
Yeah.
You have to go to college.
Excuse me.
2 people have to live together when they have kids. Those are all just some kind of made up fantasies. That we're like, that we were all kind of molded to think was like, what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like people think that's, like that's always, it's part of their goals before they even have any idea what they want in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They have no idea.
Especially for a lot of girls getting married. They're like talking about that like at like 9 years old. Yeah. I see it all the time. And they're like, yeah, when I get older, I want a big wedding and all this stuff. Yeah. Like, it's not about the wedding. It's not about the ceremony. It's about finding somebody you love and all like that. I think they skipped that part of it, which is crazy.
The in between. I wasn't like that growing up. I was like, why are you planning your wedding?
No, but you're right. That is a conversation in many those little girls, heads, unfortunately. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I do think people should be a lot more wiser of who they have children with. But at the same time, I'm also a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you do have a child with this person, obviously it was meant for y'all were meant to have that child. That child was meant to come from you both. But that doesn't mean that y'all need to live together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people, unfortunately, they don't know how to, which I think we need a system. We need a better system on coaching parents through, not living with each other and parenting. Co-parenting without having to live with each other. And I think if there was better coaching systems, or like you guys said, people who are doing it now, better examples of that or showing that they're doing it, speaking up about it. Because there's a lot of people who have a really good co-parenting situations and they're not together. So I think more people just need to speak up about it. Y'all made me think of a little situation of mine with my stepdaughter. My ex, she has a new man. And, we've all been cool. I've stayed in the house. You know what I'm saying? We've hung out, all that type of stuff. They let me be over there. They welcome me still into the house. And it's fucking great. And sometimes when you tell people that, they're like, they look at you like.
That's a blessing, bro.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
No, it was. And, even though right now, we have a situation, whatever, it's life. But it's like, that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That everyone was grown and mature enough to be able to do that. And then you tell other people that though, and they start looking at you like, huh? Like you're gonna go in their house?
That's why you can't listen to people.
That's what I'm saying. And they're gonna be like, oh nah, like that's not a man move. And it's like, huh?
Because they know what a man is.
Yeah, exactly. Because their traumas, they haven't settled down with that, and they try to push that onto their friends and whatnot.
That machismo.
Yeah, and it's like, it's
but
like
a man is not caring what people think and doing what's in your heart.
Yeah, like I'm like, yo, like that's, to me, that's fucking winning. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we all legitly are just like, yo, like yo, they were a blessing to me a few times. Like, yo, what's the point of getting a hotel? Stay here. And it's like, you know, you have to be really grown and mature and also have a heart to be able to do that shit.
I think you have to be very secure from a man's perspective, because it's just male bravado and machismo that I'm experienced to dealing with. As a woman, I wouldn't mind that. It'd be like, I have a home, you know what I mean? Like, you're the father of, like, why would I?
Yeah, we all a family.
Right.
You know, it's for the kid.
Right.
You know, it's not about us. And that's the thing. I think many more people that have those situations need to speak up and actually say that they're a thing. But then when people hear that, they need to be accepting and not, like you said, that whole like, oh, you know, like, oh, you're me in another man's house that pays the, you know, the bills.
That makes you weak. No.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, that, no, like legit. I've had someone say that shit to me. They were like, oh, you're gonna go, like, I'm like, bro, it's not even that. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's so much bigger than that. You know what I mean? Like,
and then it also comes down to be careful who you tell your stuff to, because your business to, for that reason. Because they'll either, I don't know if they'll, you know, spread rumors or tell your business to somebody else, but you know, it's nothing but trash talk following that. So then that's bad energy your way. I don't know. That's just, I'm big on vibes and energy and all that good stuff. So
I believe in that to a point too, but I also believe in the fact of, you know, it's kind of like, because I do believe in that, like, you know, what energy you let to keep in and stuff like that. Right. But at the same time though too, it's like, I feel like you more people need to hear those things. So it's like, and you don't have to take everyone's advice. So if they're telling me or the other person, oh, that's not a man thing to do or whatever, maybe they still needed to hear it, because when they go home at the end of the night, maybe they're going to realize, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Right. That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't believe we should, because then when we start doing that, when we get very careful of like,
who you say what to.
Yeah, you shouldn't say this to that. And it's like, you just got to be confident that what you're doing is right. You have to be confident in your decision, and then hope that they catch the blessing or lesson.
That's my crossroads right now, is who I say what to. Like, I'm just going to keep this to myself. I play it safe. Like, I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Yeah. I've been doing that a lot. Just in general. Only like 2 people know my business.
You and Princess.
Me and Princess.
Yeah. Princess, the human dog.
Is that
people.
the same dog from Ace Ventura? I was just looking at.
Is it?
Wait a minute. Let me find out.
I was just looking the way the hair is draped over like that.
Let me find out. You got celebrity siblings.
Wait a minute, that does kind of look like Princess.
Oh shit.
That's so funny. Nah, you know what's funny is because her hair, it's like, this is kind of like the longest it gets. I cut it pretty soon. But yeah, and then she's gonna start looking like a whole new dog soon.
Yeah,
when she gets her haircut.
Looks like a whole new dog when she gets her haircut. Like, she's like, it's like a skin fade, and then you just like, who's this dog? It's like, that's Princess. That's not Princess. That's not Princess.
But it works. She gets her 2 haircuts a year, and then it just slowly grows over time.
You take it to a spot, or you be up in here.
He does for the face.
Nah, I trim her stuff myself, but not the whole body, because she won't. Actually, believe it or not, she's been getting kind of better with me. So where I think I probably could do it my whole self if I really really wanted to. But no, I bring her somewhere. I bring her to Happy Tales. And that's the spot. Happy Tales and Garfield. Shout out to them.
Give us a bag.
This is not an ad.
Yeah, nah, yeah. You can give me a discount. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Yeah. Give me well, speaking of that too, everyone that's listening to this, you guys can get your free audiobook.
Here we go.
Yes. At audibletrial.com/therapy without a degree.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe go get your book about how not to be a bad husband. And then
4 agreements, maybe.
The 4 agreements, you think that's the one?
Yeah.
All
Don't
right.
take nothing personal.
This is I'm gonna play for Zain and we'll hear it. We'll run it for y'all. Alright, I gotta play the whole
Joe.
thing. What's up?
Real talk though.
Yeah.
you gotta listen to Busta Rhymes featuring Rhapsody.
I did.
Okay.
Yo, you know I be out my music. Yo, nah, they smoked that
track?
shit. Yeah, and that was
I
so
haven't played it
real.
for you yet.
Yeah, hold on, we gonna play it
Yeah,
because
that track is
Zain
crazy.
Zain needs to hear this.
Zain, you ain't hear it?
What song?
Busta Rhymes featuring Rhapsody. I forgot the name of it.
He's not into like rap like me.
Best I Can.
I'm
it's
into Busta Rhymes, but I didn't hear that song though.
it's basically has to do with the same topic we were just talking about. You just gotta hear it.
Yeah, no, it's what was the name of the song? What's the name of the fucking song?
Best I Can.
Best I Can, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I know, like I said, I heard it, but yeah, that song's hard. Yeah, listen to this, people.
This shit hard.
Word.
Busta goes in after that.
Yeah, everyone definitely go.
Sorry.
It's all good. Everyone go listen to the rest of that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and I'm a big Rhapsody fan, so anytime I hear that she's on something, like I always check for her. Like I check for her pretty often to see what she's on.
Princess.
And
That might be the Starbucks.
Could be the Starbucks.
that may
Huh?
be.
It could be the Starbucks.
You're 3 minutes away. You're 3 minutes away.
Oh, through not yet.
That wasn't the ad. My bad. I'm bugging.
He says Starbucks.
Nah,
Give us the
we-
bag.
Give
What
us
coffee
the
I
you
bag.
hope it's
What
not
coffee you like?
Starbucks.
I don't drink coffee. I'm
You
just
don't drink coffee?
I'm a
No?
tea person.
Tea? Okay. Where do you usually, if you were to get your tea out, where would you get it from?
Wherever there's tea.
Just wherever.
Tivana. Also Starbucks.
I'm a Dunkin' Donuts dude, but you know, I gotta get it on Zane's level. You know.
Yeah, you know the vibes.
Y'all
You know the vibes.
Yeah, stupid. Oh man, but nah, that was. Y'all have anything else on that topic at all, or Zane, got anything?
Nah, just don't be trash. And raise your kids.
Word.
That's it.
And just you gotta make the decision. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta leave, you gotta leave. But you gotta sit them down and you know what I'm saying, and talk to them. You gotta you could do better than that.
My final words on that, like Jerry Springer, is I think the two adults should be just that, be adults, and work things out the best way possible. No drama, no trying to make each other's life a living hell. Just be individuals who could work together. That's all I gotta say.
Word. Definitely, I agree. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with that too. The adults should hash it out, but if the adults can, then talk to your kids. Always communicate with them.
Definitely. You already know. Now you can hear my gunshots.
Yes.
Now you can hear the gunshots. Word. Yeah. Definitely. Yo. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do like you can't. Don't be a contradiction, and that's it's a very interesting message.
We all are walking contradictions,
All of us.
So
I'm sorry. I think a big thing is too, you shouldn't trash the other parent. Like, when you have those visitations with your kids, you shouldn't be like, "Oh, your mom's crazy," or "She's that,"
That
or "Your
happens
dad
often.
is
Yeah.
your dad is this and that." I think that also affects the whole
It does.
the
That's
dynamic.
between you and them. If
Right.
you got shade, keep that shade to yourself because they see their parent as a parent.
Right.
They don't need to know that they're trash and whatnot. Let their actions speak louder.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
they'll be like, "Mom, why are you trash?" They'll literally ask you that question.
And then you'd be like, "What? Why? What do you mean by that?" Well, you never show up to my games and whatnot.
just whatever they were fed by the
Yeah.
other person.
Then they're gonna start making connections that aren't even there. Like they're gonna have a narrative.
Yeah. Just start assuming
Yeah.
things. Yep. Nah, I agree with that. Also, yo, how does it feel to be actors, yo? All right, you guys
Feel-
acting over here.
It feels good. I want to thank God first, my wife.
Wait,
you
where's
know,
the
my
award?
kids.
Where's
Where's
the
the
award?
award?
Oh, that's not what this is. I thought,
That's what
thought
y'all
I
hear,
got-
right?
It's gonna be at the gold Power Ranger helmet.
hey, listen, accolade is accolade. Right?
Nah, but for real, y'all killed it. Y'all killed it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We appreciate the opportunity for real.
Nah, of course.
Word.
Absolutely.
Fernando never left the bartending.
Still stayed in character.
Still stayed in character.
Is he making drinks at home now?
I'm about to go to City Hall, change my name to Max. Fits better.
Word.
It's better. I don't even know where I got that fucking name from, too. I'm just writing random ass names.
Max.
You got when you write, it's like you try to think of names of people that you're not in your circle because I'm like, you're writing this about me.
Right.
But nah. But y'all really did kill that shit, yo. And it was fun. It was episode 1 of the Therapy Without a Degree TV show. The episode 0 wrapped. We all done with that one. This was the next episode, and
we ain't see none of them. We ain't see 0. We didn't get to see nothing.
Nothing. Now maybe we'll show y'all a little glimpse of some stuff soon. We'll see. But
So I could cringe at myself.
nah, y'all did good. Y'all
It
did
gets
good.
better each episode. Like I learn
yeah.
something new every single time.
Yeah.
And I'll be like outbesting myself. And
All
it'll
the
be like
time.
a week later. I'm like, damn, I just outbested myself from a week ago.
He's like, I should have did this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bro, that shit was good.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do too.
Exactly. I
So,
always
yeah.
my competition is myself, so I'll be trashing myself last week ago. I'm like, that shit's garbage. You gotta be
You
better.
gotta keep getting better.
Yeah, you gotta keep getting better.
He's like, what is this masterpiece I did?
Exactly.
Nah, you are getting better and better and better, man. I ain't gonna lie. Keep killing it.
Word.
And so we'll be back filming the next episode 2, really episode 3, in probably January, February. You know what I'm saying? So take the November, December off of the holidays.
So what about the episode where Max's bar shuts down because of the quarantine? And he links up with Lucy, and things kind of go south.
That sounds like that's like a whole multiverse.
Yeah.
You can't forget Roxy and Sammy. They're like
Yeah,
the
they
bandits.
take your money too.
Yeah, I heard they was going state to state now.
Yo, you never know. Maybe I'll bring all y'all back, yo. You ain't gonna realize it. Like at the end of this episode, Matt and Paloma will get their back. You know, I mean, fuck it. We do whatever the fuck we want. It's our shit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then Max will be rolling back up. Now we gotta have you with someone else, like someone else completely random, like one of the girls that were like dancing at the bar or some shit. Yeah. You end up like dealing with them some story. Because it's
I gotta be trying to make it because my bar got shut down because of quarantine.
And then she's a singer, and then we have A Star Is Born, the sequel.
There you go.
I'm with it, yo. I'm telling you, we can get all y'all your next. I forget what it's called. When they get you like a main, like not the main character, you get all the side characters, their main stories.
Yeah.
Like fillers.
Yeah. I'm with it. And then yeah, we definitely gonna get y'all back. Like, show the scammers all around everywhere. Just like you're scamming everybody.
Nah, and when they come back, one of them got to be picking the other one up from jail. They did like a little bit.
Like that's the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Don't bring me into this bullshit again. Come on, girl, we got this."
Damn. So
Let's just go to the club real quick.
Exactly.
do you want to be in jail or do you want Tatiana to be in jail?
Doesn't matter.
I think our Uber people gonna start fighting.
They were like, wait, I'm the Uber driver. Wait, did you
I'll be in jail.
you'll be in jail, so she has to come visit you? Let's see if she answers.
Want me to go get that?
Yeah.
We got a few things going on. I think first thing we could talk about is the book, right?
Yeah.
We're working on a book. Okay. The book is written already. It's a children's book. It's written already. We're working on the illustrations.
Okay, that's fine.
And it's being edited right now. I don't know if you want to expound on that.
Yes. So going back to like spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
How do I word this? Not necessarily spiritual stuff, but basically like we all have superpowers. So teaching kids instead of, what their superpowers are basically is empathy and all that good stuff. So it's basically this boy, which is Noah. Noah is very intuitive, and literally the book is situations that he's gone through and how he comes out, like he sees the world differently as opposed to just like, well, I have to do everything everyone else is doing, or what I'm being told, I have to follow it to a T. he's the outside of the box kid. So it was like, okay, well, he can experience empathy and all this other stuff, and it's just like, how can we teach kids these things that they already have within them, and how to develop that, as opposed to negative things that, you know, they end up doing, or negative steps they end up taking later on in life, where it's like, wait, I can empathize, I can see both sides of the spectrum, I can see what I've done to someone and how it comes back to me. So it's a situation basically that he's in where someone does something to him, but as he's being guided through the situation, his guide is basically telling him, oh, you know, this is the situation you were in, this is what happened to you. You remember that time that you did this? And then he's like, he has that aha moment, like, oh my God, right.
Reflection.
Right.
That's fire, yo. So what's the name?
It's called Noah's Adventures with Yuri.
That reminds me of a book. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all a book. That reminds me of this book. I actually got it for Jaylene.
Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. I used to listen to him.
They have a book called My Secret Superpower.
Oh, that's dope. So yeah, it'll be the same genre.
Okay, the same type of.
Yeah, I haven't read that book, but I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't assume, but
Is that
I'm thinking it's in the same realm.
That's not the motivational speaker, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Eric Thomas. Yeah, this was actually his. It was one of the guys that does his branding and his marketing. They, you know, him and his son, you know, thought about as My Secret Superpower, and kind of the same thing. They go on like an adventure, and he starts realizing that he has these, like, you know, secret superpower,
Right.
and that everyone kind of does. So that's dope, yo. When did y'all think of that? Like, what inspired that?
Well, I've been wanting to write a children's book for a while. Because I used to do music and write lyrics and stuff, so I wanted to try to use my writing in a different way now that I'm pretty much a different person now. So I'm trying to reinvent. So I was like, for a while, I was telling Anna about it. At the time, like, she was hearing me, but she wasn't when it came to that. But I think it was during quarantine. We kind of wasted a lot of the quarantine, and I think towards like the middle, I went to Five Below. They got this book that's like write your own book, and it kind of like guides you. So I kind of used that.
It was like a template.
Yeah, I did like some illustrations, and I did like the introduction to it to be able to show her, to like kind of spark it. And once she saw it, it took off. Because I was like, yo, I want you to help me write this, because she's like an amazing writer.
Hey.
So I was like, yo, I want you to help me write this. And like, she kind of took the introduction of it and saw a vision for it and took it that way. And it's a great story. Like, when she was done with it, I was like, damn, like,
So you
it
added,
felt like
you added the
we
sauce.
bought that book. Yeah. No, she had the sauce. Yeah, she had the sauce.
Added the sauce to it.
Yeah, I had to like turn the fire on, and that's
Sometimes you got to do that, yo.
Yeah.
Sometimes all you got to do is just turn it on real quick, and then just let them just rock.
I thought he was mad at me at first because the story was about something totally, like, he started it and it was about something totally different. I was like, I don't feel like I'm not connecting with it. In order for your audience to be like, oh, I feel like, you have to put yourself into it. So I completely scrapped whatever it was that he started, and I'm not downplaying it. Like, we'll go back to it, but
Yeah.
so I completely scrapped that, and I was like, what about? And then that's how that just started developing.
Yeah, but that happened still. Like I said, you needed to light that fire.
Yeah, most of my ideas and stuff get scrapped, so I'm kind
That's
of
all good.
kind of used to it.
But you can't look at it like that though, because it's
Right.
maybe the whole idea changed, but it birthed this. If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't have birthed that.
The idea I had was like it was in the same realm. It was the same concept of self-reflection. I'm trying to remember exactly what the story was about. It was because it just wasn't as magical as she made it.
Okay.
So it was more real lifey.
Real life.
And she added like a magical effect to it. So I'm definitely not mad. It's an amazing book. Like, the book is not out yet, but 2021, we hoping to have it physical and digital.
Good shit, yo. I can't wait.
Send that over.
Yeah, for
Word.
real.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fire, yo. Ready.
Yours, bro.
Ready. Y'all have your sushi on deck. Y'all chilling. Y'all ready to go
I
in.
needed that. I was living on a
Look at
prayer.
that straw they gave me, yo.
Bro, is that for a venti
I'm about
or
to just like drink it with the cap.
look, drink that from your car?
That shit got a tube in it.
Oh my god! I thought they're not
PVC
giving out
pipe.
straws no more.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
the
something's
cardboard
that
ones
slow
now.
down.
That's probably why. That's probably just in the back chilling somewhere.
They probably had just like we got to get rid of the remaining straws.
Get rid of the plastic ones.
Get rid of the plastic ones.
But so yeah, people, we have November 22nd is our Friendsgiving. So if
Yes.
if you're listening to this, you could sign up through Eventbrite. So if you go on our social media pages, you'll find a link, or just in Eventbrite, type in therapy without
Is
a
it adults
degree.
only?
No, kids can go as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a Friendsgiving. There will be like liquor around probably if we have
Even
it.
better.
So
I'm a better dad when I drink. Joking.
Joking,
Yeah,
joking. It's a comedy podcast.
Joking.
that was a fucking joke.
You're not
Yo,
cool to me. You're not tough to
we
me.
also
You're not the
got
measuring
some
stick
other-
of
some
what
other
street
creative
niggas listen
things
to.
that We're trying to come, bring to fruition in 2021. One of them is a podcast.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be based on like a book club kinda,
Word, yeah.
but we got a nice little twist to it. I don't want to put too many details out there, but it's gonna be fun though.
Is it for
It's gonna
couples?
be fun. It's not for couples. It's for family and just anybody really because. Yeah, I don't want to get too much details,
Yeah,
but
don't
it's
give
for
out the
it's for
sauce
all,
yet.
it's for all audience. But it's gonna, how can I say? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be. You're gonna get to know us. You're gonna get to know our family.
Just tune in.
Yeah,
Tune
yeah.
in.
all right. I'm with it, yo. That's fucking fire. Little podcast coming soon. And y'all already know if y'all need a studio or, let me know.
Thank you.
Jersey Media. And so, yeah, yo, also at the end of the show, obviously, y'all know, we just give a little shout out, something you think is dope, something you think is slept on. Could be a TV show, could be anything.
You gotta give me this in advance, man.
Nah, just off the top, man. Just something you think is dope that, not many people really know about.
I'm gonna beat you to this one.
Okay.
Two things. I want to say the game of chess and the show Queen's Gambit on Netflix. It was based off of a book. I forget the author, but I've become more obsessed with chess now, and I'm like, oh my god, this game is like.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. Like I can't find the words. I'm sorry, I can't find the words, but how do I describe it? It's sophisticated and it's a thinking game. Like you
Hell
really
yeah.
have to know every move,
guys
every
play?
piece make.
I do play, but I always get my ass whooped. But I learned better ways to get my ass whooped.
That's where I'm at right now.
Damn.
To look
I
better
like chess.
Yeah,
before you get your ass.
exactly. So, I know this play that's gonna fuck me up.
I played a lot more when I was younger.
I just picked it up. I was
Okay.
too lazy. I was like, oh, that's so cool, but it's too much to learn. So I just picked it up now. Like started. No, I know every move, every piece makes. It
That's
still
half
whoops
the-
my ass.
That's like 1% of the battle.
Yeah.
It was like I know
He
what
made it-
this does.
Yeah. He made a cheat sheet for me, and that's how I.
Oh,
got
that's
it
fire
done.
to show you which ones move which way,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And we just got in the mail. What's it called? No stress chess because my 5-year-old been trying to play. Our 9-year-old he's gonna be into it now that we got it because this one and Ariana's 13. She knows how to play, but the no stress chess, my 5-year-old can learn. It has like cards and it tells you what the pieces do. So we're really excited about that.
That's dope.
Yeah, chess is dope.
gonna be a
The
little
whole
grandmaster.
the point is chess is dope because it's like the game of life because every move you make, you have to look forward into the future whether that was a good move or not, and is that going to be bad for you in the next 2 or 3
Consequences,
turns? you know?
sacrifices.
Absolutely. So don't sleep on chess.
Yes.
Yeah, word. And I can't believe a lot of people don't know how to play chess. And I feel like
That's because no one brings it up. Everybody wants to play like card games, but chess to them is difficult. I remember
I love spades.
Spring's a good one.
word.
I remember there was a glass chess game, but it was with shots. It was a shock game, and it was pretty wild.
That game night, cash
Yeah,
flow,
yeah.
I want to play that game.
and shot check. Yo, the store's open. I want to play that now. Damn.
Shot chest. That shit's crazy. Because now it's like, what if it gets
Shot
taken?
chest.
That means you
You
gotta
take
drink
the
it.
shot. Oh,
Yeah.
where's that been?
Yeah. Right. And it was like a glass.
You'll be
setup,
drunk.
too.
I was about
I-
to say
I-
that.
I
I'm
keep
it
already
lit.
a designated
She's
guy.
working on beating me.
On chess.
Yeah, she's,
Oh, you good at chess?
I'm not good, but I know how to play.
Ah.
Like if I play, there's a lot of people better than me, but I do want to get better. I like the game also, and she's working on beating me. You know how that goes. She's gonna eventually beat me. I ain't gonna hear the end of it.
Word.
Yo, it's funny that you said spades because not many people know how to play spades.
I
I know how
love
to play
spades,
spades.
bro.
And it's a funny story because like a couple of my very, very close friends, shout out to Mikey, Walt, Jay. Now they all been playing spades since we were like in fucking middle school. Like we used to just chill in this pizzeria all day and they would just play spades all day until we get kicked out.
Right.
And order one
I believe
slice.
you.
Just order one slice of pizza and one fucking soda and get free refills until the guy closed down and just play spades all day. It was just horrible. But it's crazy. I still don't know. That's
You don't know what? How to
I
play?
don't know how to play after all these years.
Bruh.
Because the thing is, so when I came in, I was like, they were all probably like 12 years old. And I came in and they were all playing already and they were all really good and they were playing for like money
Playing
and
at
shit.
12?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm talking middle school, like playing spades and
We
shit.
used to have like, you know how people have rule books on like what to do in school and not to do.
Mm-hmm.
We practically wrote the book on what not to do. Like they would add rules every year because you can't gamble in the bathroom. No dice in the bathroom.
Of course, yeah, you know how
what's
that
wrong
shit
with these
goes.
kids?
I went to Irvington High School, so we was either playing spades or had like a big ass Uno tournament.
Uno, right?
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Uno's
And
my shit.
those games were serious, bro. Like,
Uno, listen,
Yeah.
we gotta play Uno. I play no games, man. And my girl's
Yeah,
good
this
at
guy.
it too. Don't sleep on her.
yo, when I was working at the airport, we used to play spades, and we would be so into the game, it'll be a plane just like in the taxiway waiting for someone to guide it into the gate. I swear to God, yo.
We'd be like,
Nah.
shit, that was supposed
And
to
I
be
was a
us.
supervisor.
I tried to learn. It's funny because I play card games. I play like blackjack, fucking, different like games. But I fucking spades for some reason.
I could teach you, bro.
I don't know why. Something about it confused me, and I was never able to get like they're here fucking sitting here making all these books. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
No, one day we gotta
Yeah.
spend all day just playing games,
Exactly.
and I'll show you. You gotta once you learn it, you're gonna be like, yo, who knows how to play?
Oh yeah, no. I always have like
They never tell you. You just like, no, you gotta play.
I feel like
And if you're not that good, you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them like, I'm not that good though.
because you know what it is though.
You should
No,
say
but
that even if you are good. I'm not that good though. And just
That's the
pick
poker
everybody.
face.
Yeah.
Exactly.
well then the hard part about spades is that you need a partner, and if
My bad.
they know you're not that good, they don't want to partner with you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the.
Yeah, they don't want to play.
So
with
I think that was the issue that I always had growing up because
you.
most
I'll be
of
your partner, bro.
most of my friends they were all
I'll
fucking.
be your partner, Joe.
Hey, all right, there we go. It's like they're all really good. So everyone's like, and I just watched, and I just would watch try to figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking learn spades, yo. All right, it's been like fucking 17 years, and I shouldn't already know.
Bro,
You're
it's
gonna be like-
YouTube. There's no excuse.
Yeah, you're right.
But we go get together.
actually-
I'll show you.
And actually play.
If I remember, because nobody ever knows how to play, so I ain't
Exactly.
played in a long time.
Nobody knows how to play.
We will see. All right.
Any of you
Did you
radio
guys
personalities
see
think you
those
want
Uno
smoke?
cards where you can write
Call me
in
Mr.
has like
Chimney.
blank
I
I
have
want
spaces.
smoke.
I don't want to do extra stuff.
I saw like a meme or something of what you can write in it, and one of them was like pick up 46 cards. I'm gonna write
swear
that
to
in there.
God, somebody did that to me. I'm big catching the hand. Here's 42 cards. All right,
Like,
run
here
this
the-
fade real
Here
quick.
are the hands.
That's the whole deck, man.
Yo,
I could get rid of that.
Yo, you tore that shit up.
When I said I was hungry, bro,
I
you
was
don't
like,
understand
damn, this guy.
the level of hunger.
I was about to be like, damn, I have to sit here and do a lot of editing and shit, not showing he's eating, and now he just killed that shit. I'm good now.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
What you thought this was?
Somebody did this.
Yep.
So, do I get to say my? She said chess, so it's my turn to say my.
Yeah,
my shout out.
of course, yeah.
I wanna tell people to go get the book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Did y'all read that?
I that sounds familiar.
The Monk
I've
That Sold
heard
His
of it.
Ferrari. I think is a gem. I want to say it's slept on, but maybe it's not. I just haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. But I know it's like kind of popular, I guess.
The monk who sold his
The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I read it a while ago. I got to reread it, but The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari is about a lawyer. It's a small novel. It's like The Alchemist.
Okay.
It's like that kind of thickness. The book. You guys read The Alchemist?
I heard about it so much, but I never read it. I would have to get that like on Audible.
All right. Well, it's not like a huge book, but it's about a lawyer that he's like a big time lawyer, like one of those rich lawyers, right? That has like a Ferrari and has like all the women in the world, and he has what Nas calls King's disease, where he's drinking, he drinks, he eats, like he's living like Hollywood.
Yeah.
And he's like a star lawyer. But as he gets older, as the young lawyers come up, he gets older and slower and unhealthy and not as popular, but still kind of popular. But he's the old guy now. He ends up having a heart attack, and he goes to the hospital and has like an epiphany, and he just sells his Ferrari and just like gets rid of everything and leaves and goes to the mountains where the monks are, which I forgot the name of.
Tibet?
Probably. But anyway, he goes there, and like everybody's like, where does this guy go? He has like a best friend that's a lawyer. He's mad at him because that's like his best friend every day. He's like, yo, this guy didn't even talk to me or nothing. He's upset. One day his best friend gets a knock at the door, and it's him. He looks 30 years younger, and he starts spitting them game like, yo, I was over here with these monks, and he starts telling him what he learned. When it gets to that part of the book, it's like all this monk knowledge. That's amazing, bro. Like if you're trying to like, I know you'd be running and stuff like that, and I think all of us are trying our hand in self mastery.
Yeah.
The gems, yo. The gems in there. So the monk who sold his Ferrari.
That's fire. I'm gonna check out.
Yeah.
On Audible, I have mad Audible credits. Shout out to them.
Word.
You already know you get your free audiobook at audibletrial.com/therapy93. But yeah, so that's fire. Yeah, exactly. Just real quick. Ads. No, I'm sure
Ads.
it's a good ad though.
Somebody did this.
Yes. So.
Somebody did this.
I thought that was the actual snippet. Yeah, got me tripping out. Well, that one had a little more bass in it.
I say that at home all the time.
And I'm oblivious. I'm like,
And she don't know.
My 13-year-old Ariana, she doesn't even know where that comes from, but she says it too because I say it's like somebody did
She don't
this.
understand.
And it'd be like, who left this in the kitchen? Somebody did this.
Oh my God. You gotta watch the pod, yo. You gotta watch the Joe Budden pod.
I do. I watch it with him.
Okay, good. Then you'll know then.
I'd be like, babe, come in, because we do this thing where it's like, yo, come to my world for a little while. So she'll watch like Joe Budden Podcast, and with her, I might listen to like SZA for a while or meditate. That's her world. Her world's meditate. Come meditate with her and stuff like that.
Word.
He said scissor.
And she stuck the mic all the way here.
He's like, yeah.
Y'all stupid. What about you, Zain? What are you shouting out for this week? And I don't want to hear Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova. I'm gonna shout out. Shout out to what show did I watch? I be forgetting. I be watching TV all the time. I be forgetting.
What's that? What's TV?
What's TV?
He watches a lot of shit.
I watch a lot of stuff.
You got a lot done though, so you let you slide.
Yeah, man. Like, just shout out to me for just pushing through 2020. Jesus.
Narcissistic.
Yeah, right. Well, Zain is a whole other persona.
That's that Snoop. You saw Snoop Dogg accepting the Hollywood star.
What was he doing?
He's like, yeah, I just want to thank me for being me.
Yo, he's a troll. But yeah, shout out to fucking Trump being out of office. That's what I want to shout out.
Get the fuck out of here.
I hope we see some improvements. I'm not saying this because it's Biden. I'm just saying in general. I'm ready for us to move on to like. I hope the economy thrives. I hope this coronavirus goes away. I know everybody's hoping the same thing, but I'm not really too into politics like that. I just want.
neither.
We live here in America, and I hope America just gets better
Gets better and cut this whole
in all aspects.
Yeah, man. Cut
And
this
all they
whole
want us to do is
bullshit
pick a new
out
president.
with
I feel
separation.
Like, didn't we just get out
on
of a fucked
finances.
up relationship? Maybe we don't need a president right
Yeah.
now. Can we be
Just
single
that
as a country for a while and
Right?
maybe date a president, see how that work out for a couple months?
Said date a president,
This shit
see
is
how that
bullshit.
works out.
I've been confused the whole goddamn election. I've been confused because everybody commercials sound good at 2:30 in the goddamn morning, and you done had a rough day and shit. They just, do you care about your family?
No, that's right. Pretty much talking about how America
Yes, I
sounds good at 2 a.m.
Is healthcare important to you?
Like, all the commercials, and
Yes,
then
it
when
is.
it comes down to taking care of the
No,
country,
nigga, this motherfucker know
you
me
don't know what's
personally.
going on.
This ain't no regular campaign.
I'm sorry. The second
Yeah,
yes, so that's
but,
what I had
yeah, I just hope everything gets better by 2021. Yeah, this whole year, I was like, what the... Like, this whole year was just like a void. Like, Jesus.
Can we scrap it?
Can we, like, scrap the year? Because we talked about...
It ain't over too. Alex, what was the guy's name from Jeopardy?
Yeah, Alex Trebek.
He's gone.
He passed away.
Another rapper died, but that's a whole nother story we could talk about when we got more time.
Oh, yeah.
Word. Yo,
That's a whole nother story.
At the end of the day, though, it's like we got to really just start around our communities. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter who we have, like, I'm definitely happy we got fucking Trump the fuck out of here.
That's
You know what I'm saying? But,
Thank God.
you know, even with this one, it was like picking two, you know, the lesser evil.
Right.
You know, because they all have their shit going on.
I have no comment.
But, you know, it's just picking the lesser evil. They both have shit going on. But at the same time, it's like, we all know shit doesn't really get done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, little shit gets done here and there, no matter who you have.
You know what we need? We need education.
I keep saying that.
We don't know. I mean, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't know what's going on. I could sit here and just say whatever everybody else says and say the popular opinion or say I don't like Trump because he looks and sounds like an asshole. But what about the Senate and all this other stuff?
That's the actual real.
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not educated. Most people are not educated in that. And
Because it's misdirection.
until we are educated in that and where we can know where the votes really count, then it won't matter to it really won't matter to us. But
The main thing is Congress. The main people who make most of the decisions is in Congress. The president is I was honestly just the.
He just wants to sign
It's like
everything.
yeah, he don't pull
Excuse me?
no strings.
The puppet on the string.
He's the puppet
Yeah.
on the strings. Congress, like, notice how when it comes to voting, you don't hear too much about the Congress voting, but you always hear about the presidential voting.
Right.
That's like the popular. That's actually.
and they probably do that on purpose, right?
course.
It's to put everybody
yeah.
to sleep. They
Oh,
put everybody to
absolutely.
sleep.
They're
So.
the Congress is the one that they're the ones that have the real power. They just need someone to blame. It's the president.
Yeah,
It's
he's
that
the,
one-
they're
Yeah.
the
fall
face.
guy.
They're the face of it.
The face. That,
Yeah, no, they're the face of it. But like, you know, I just think we need to really just start, you know, as much as we can. You know, it's tough because we all have shit going on. You know, we have, you know, kids and family and, you know, lives and bills and shit. You know,
That's a good book to write for kids
what?
about, you know, Congress. Like try to make it a fun way. and stuff.
Educate, yeah, how to actually teach them. You know, or even a podcast.
They
you
had
know?
shows. They had shows back in the day, School of Rock and all that stuff, and they just took
I
that
remember
away.
School of Rock.
Yeah,
The Bills.
Yeah.
The Bills.
They don't have to have a
Just
twist on it.
bill on Capitol Hill.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
but
the Bills.
You got to see her impressions. I'm not gonna lie. She's not gonna do it. She's not gonna do it. Like I would love her to do a Marlon off Don't Be a Menace.
Oh God.
She will kill it right now. Come on, baby. Do it.
No, don't put me.
She's not gonna
ah,
do it.
come on, boo.
She's not gonna do it.
Boo.
Anna.
Comes on fire. Here's the throw to the
One
plate.
day.
Do we have?
Yo, if you do the face,
Comes up firing.
Joe's gonna
Here's the
cash
throw
you
to the
right now.
plate, and he is safe
what?
at the
I don't know,
plate.
something
We will have
funny.
a challenge.
Do it. It might help us go viral.
Let me warm up. Hold on.
Yes.
But let's move on first.
Somebody
Kill
did
me
this.
later, yo.
Didn't I tell you? You're like,
Hold her to that. She said she's gonna do it before we out.
We about to get ready to wrap, girl. So you better.
this is the wrap up
This
right
is the
now.
wrap.
This the wrap up.
This is the wrap up. All right, but yeah. Now we need to start with our communities first. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you can in your community, and whatever you can. You know, it don't have to be nothing crazy.
Not to cut you off, but I realized they ain't put no ginger in my sushi.
No ginger.
Biden.
Biden.
Yo, stupid.
It started.
You started already.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Y'all, who notices that shit?
Me, man, because I was like, I know I didn't eat it all, and I was just looking over there. I'm like, there's a lot of
Not
ginger over there.
ginger.
She ain't the
Where the
ginger.
hell's the ginger in this?
That?
That's ginger.
Yeah, I know you were looking for it to be
Yeah.
like
A ginger.
white.
Like-
Yeah, ginger.
They
Yeah.
have white ones too.
I never seen those before in my life.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would just be a mic stand here.
He's lying. Y'all niggas worship him.
Damn, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was ginger.
Yeah, it's ginger. It looks like salmon, but it's ginger. They probably put all of it there, and
That's
they said
crazy.
maybe they'll share, and that was
Probably what it was.
probably what it was.
And he
That's
did
cheap.
not get it.
That's cheap.
Yeah,
You'll be right. You got your little freebie thing over here.
you know there's shrimp in there.
You eat shrimp?
That's just shrimp. That's shrimp
Joe wants to
rolls.
kill me, so everybody saw that. Hey, you heard
I'm just asking.
How you use these things, yo?
Hold this one like a pencil. Like, no, this one in there. And this one like a
I give
pencil.
up. Where's the fork?
You gotta
Yeah, right.
stab it.
I'm
in
gonna do
the
this.
middle.
I'm gonna do this off camera.
They're watching you right now.
Watching every bit of it.
Also, speaking of doing shit for your community too, we got the food drive. So anyone that wants to donate,
That's dope.
it is every Wednesdays, and let me read the information off the flyer.
I gotta repost it.
It's Wednesdays and Fridays. Where is it? Let me switch the account. Switch accounts.
So what's the details on that?
Yeah, it is drop off times is Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesday is 1 to 6. Fridays 4 to 10. Pretty much all canned goods, and there's stuff we have listed here actually on the flyer on our Instagram, so you can check it out. You get all the detailed list.
What's the address? Just in case somebody's too lazy to look at it.
Yeah, so look at the flyer, right? 72 Church Street in Lodi. 72 Church Street in Lodi. It is the Little League, so you're going to go near the snack stand. And remember, Wednesdays 1 to 6, Fridays 4 to 10.
So Joe, is where's all the food is come to your house or where's it going? That's what we want to know.
No.
That's the details.
The
we want.
people want to know.
Well, yeah. Now the details is there's a food pantry that we're partnering with that's doing this. So basically, the food pantry, the guy, his name is Jeff. And if you look at all his social media, he posts up photos of every day. He's dropping off foods like mad food. He brings all over. You know what I'm saying? Like he documents all of it.
Oh, he brings it to people's homes?
Yeah. He actually delivers
dope.
it.
Yeah.
He actually delivers it himself, or what he does is around those same times is like an outreach to where he's there, and then people can come and they line up for the food.
Nice.
So they line up actually in the parking lot of the VF. The other, where we were parked, the opposite side.
Where I was in the back?
It's the
Where
other
we
side. It's
were
more
with
by
the
home
kids.
plate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the whole total opposite side. That's where they go, and if people want foods, he does that. And Jeff has been doing it for a long time. It's the food pantry really, really blew up. So I told him, we'll definitely help, promote that. Try to get as many people over there donating as much as possible, because obviously, every day people need shit, but even sometimes more on Thanksgiving, the holidays. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to make sure people have, enough to be able to feed their families for the holiday.
Right.
Thank you. That deserves a thank you, man, because there are people out there that really, really need that.
Yeah.
Especially now during the holidays. There's a lot of I don't want to say too much, but people get stressed out during the holidays and things like that.
Yeah,
So.
little stuff like that. Like, if just for, that's what I definitely like doing. I mean, it's something that, people should be doing all year long. But I especially like it for, Thanksgiving and the holidays, because sometimes, especially as like parents, you stress out about those things about, wanting to do it for Thanksgiving. You want your kid to have a nice Thanksgiving, a nice Christmas. You want to be able to, and they'll have those memories, and just to be able to do it for your kids, and
turkeys and stuff, or
whatever, all different type of stuff for the holiday. So there's, like I said, there's a whole list of things, or whatever you really can, whatever you can donate. That's that's not gonna really perish really, really fast.
Shelf stable.
What's up?
Shelf stable.
Yeah, and But yeah, and shout out to Jeff too for doing all the behind the scenes stuff. He's really killing it over there. Any last words? Any last thing y'all got, Mr. Zain?
No, I do not.
He's in his zone. He's in his zone over there. Y'all, anything y'all got?
No,
Hopefully
we
we'll
got.
see y'all soon.
Anna got something.
Oh yeah, what you got? Oh yeah, you
Well,
can spit your
before we
bars.
Before we get there, I'll say my last words, which is to thank you guys for everything, for all the opportunities. I met Joe through the web, through Instagram.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So just by like seeing, I saw that it was a podcast and I saw it was in LODI, and I was like, oh, this is local and stuff. So I was like, let me follow it. So I appreciate you being such a cool guy, man. You too.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
thank you again, man, for the food drive, because I know a lot of people are going to be blessed with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, this is the year number 2, right?
So the moment we've all been waiting for.
Hey.
2 things to compare.
When he was with the sneakers.
Coffee or tea?
Where's the tea? Okay, yeah.
I dropped my phone. Sorry.
It's all good. I may be wrong, but I doubt it.
Okay. Wait. Don't look at me.
Give it a mic. Or
Don't judge.
Pass the mic over. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So he goes.
Hey, you're right.
She killed that.
One
Okay,
more
yeah.
time. One more time for the people.
Oh, another.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's like,
Wait, I gotta stop smiling.
it does sound.
You're so beautiful, baby.
Hey.
That's gonna be the thumbnail. Thank you.
Yes, that is the thumbnail. They'll be like, what are y'all talking about?
Somebody did this.
Somebody did this. Yeah.
Is that really
Somebody did this.
That's gonna be the caption.
All right, people. It's been fun. Therapy without a degree. Chapter 175. Yo, it's been fun.
Thanks for
It's
having
been
us.
fun, of course. Another one. Peace.